All right, so we was talking about who we can bring in to help this team out before you go into the draft and who's on the free agent market. And running back is a critical area of need. I don't want the Cowboys to go into the draft on an empty stomach. That's going to be my saying all through this offseason, meaning that I don't want us to shop on like grocery shopping on an empty stomach. So hear me out. I think that the Cowboys should take a real good look at Nick Chubb. I think that Nick Chubb could be that guy that can help us out down the stretch. I think that he can be a guy that can alleviate some of the pains that we have with run game and still go into this draft with the notion that we don't have him, right? I know he's coming off of an injury, but this is the reason why. He's at $3.3 million. I think that you can just take a real good look at him for a $3 million contract, very low minimum contract. It's a little risk in there, but the reward is so high that you can manage that. Still go into this draft with the notion of we don't have a Nick Chubb, right? And still draft Ashton Genty or Omarion or Travion Henderson and still be able to be right into the thick of it as it relates to competing. Now, far as athletic and athleticism, what he brings to the table, the area of the unknown, we do know when he is eligible and able to run the ball, I'm telling you guys, it is a beautiful thing. It just injuries robbed him, and he's one of the top-tier running backs in the National Football League when healthy. Now, granted, he is of the age of 29, going on 20. He just turned 29, so he is a little longer in the tooth. But, and I get it. A lot of people gonna say, "Law, I don't want that for us." It can be everything, and I'm not saying that we pick him up and then we go into this draft without drafting a single running back. But I want us to be able to be a team that do their thorough research and make sure that we looking at every single situation, every single opportunity, because we do know that when healthy, you're getting a 1,300 to 1,400 yard back, a person that's going to demand not a small body, but a large body out there, and it relates to that box. And if you can fool around and get Chubb in, and that's for dog water. Yeah, that's for dog water. Bring him in, put the silver and blue, slap a star on the side of his helmet. And with that mindset, just know that you're getting a freakish athletic guy that all we want him to do is come into the mix and just perform and do what he do. And everything else can work his way out. Look at this guy, man. He's phenomenal, And this is post the injury. Still swatting with no knee brace, not a half of a brace, not no tape. Nothing. Just lifting all of that weight, man. And just people with good knees, man, that won't be able to do that. With good legs and good metatarsals and all of that stuff, man, that's down below. Man, they can't even lift that. Man, this dude should have Patrick Ewing knees, right? Not going to say he got the Megan Stallions. But what I'm saying is you bring that kid in for a cup of coffee, and he's your cup of coffee guy. Yeah. Even if it don't work out, you can still finagle and finesse the contract with incentives later, right? And there's a guy, that played with the green and white and got a Super Bowl ring now, that he had incentives on his contract. Not saying that Chubb can do the same thing for the Cowboys, like a Saquon, Barkley. But what I'm saying is sometimes you got to take the risk. I can tell you one thing. Call me crazy. I can foresee the Eagles taking a real good look at Chubb for $3 million. Yeah, they will have the money. They can find it in the couch somewhere, under the rug or something, But the Cowboys can't. Come on, y'all. Take the risk. Let's see what can happen down the stretch. Still with the mindset that we got to go find another running back in the draft. But that would be a slam dunk. Like I said, take the risk. if you want to be able to make some type of frictions and moves in this free agency. Not saying that you stop just because of that, but with him, Javon Kinlaw, as well as Dre Greenlaw, I know all three of these guys been previously hurt, injured in some shape, form, or fashion, but have a heavy laden incentive-based contract, and you're getting these guys for a low deal there. And I think that could work his way out. Let me know of your thoughts, Cowboy Nation, of Nick Chubb, especially at that rate of being $3.3 million. That's not a lot of money. I think that the Cowboys should be able to find cash money and these sorts of things to pull that up, and especially when you're talking about Chubb and what he can bring to the table, I think that will be a real good look for the boys, being able to bring in somebody for $3.3 million. And this should be suffice and sufficient enough for the Cowboys to get things moving and rolling. And keep in mind, when you sign them under these type of deals, you can always prorate it, spread it out, and these sorts. Post me your thoughts, post me your concerns down below. List me your 3 to 4 players in the free agency that you would like to see here with the silver and blue and the star on the side of the helmet. And I get it. People going to say the Cowboys are cheap. We the Temu boys or the Shine or Sheen guys or what have you. But we got to figure out a way to make something happen. Move the needle just a little bit in this free agency. That's what we asking for. Let's just not go and be happy and satisfied with one pick or no pick at all in this free agency period. Be sure, just like anything, in the words of the last coach that was here, that always said, just like anything, if we can go into this situation and the free agency, pick up somebody before you go into this draft, is the equivalent of grabbing you a little snack before you go grocery shopping. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Go Cowboys. Let's get it. Go Chubb. Peace. We out.